Hi, I'm Andy Sherratt and I want to talk to you about my Lancia Fulvia Zagato and what I'm planning to do with it this year. Some of you might have seen the video I did for the Garage Easters event last year where I talked through what I've been doing with it. I've had it almost exactly 5 years to the day and done all of the mechanical recommissioning needed for a car that had been sat for 25 years before I bought it. Bodily it was good. I had to do a couple of little bits of welding, but bodily it had been okay because it had been done before. But yeah, generally I just think it's a fabulous car. I love it. I've always wanted one and lucky enough to have finally got one. So what we'll do, let's go for a little drive in it and then I'll talk you through what I'm planning for this year and beyond with this car. Quite a quick road this one, so I don't need to watch out for cars coming along somewhat rapidly, as the Audi TT certainly was. Anyway, let's follow them. REVS Jubilee, the Jubilee. What's my plans for this year for the Lancia? Well, the original plan was to drive to Le Mans for the classic race in July, but unfortunately, as with so many things recently, that's been cancelled. So it gives me over a year to get it really running well, as opposed to, as one of my brothers said, who's going to be in front of us with a tow rope. So hopefully I have lots of chance for that, but some other plans for the year anyway instead of that. So I'd love to get to a scramble at Bicester. That's something I've wanted to do for a while. It's a fair way because I live in Yorkshire, but I think it'd be the right car to take for that. I'd like to get to Caff and Mac as well, just because I've read so much about it, and again it's a fair trek, so maybe I can combine those two with possibly something else as well, and a few days touring around that part of the country. I've loved to go back to the Jim Clark Museum up at Duns as well. Did go quite a few years ago when it was, before it was the extension that I gather it's now had. So I'd love to see that. I think there's a little bit of a link with Jim Clark and Lancia. I think he did race an Aurelia B50 from memory, and I haven't checked that a couple of times. But really, it's just a fabulous part of the country and great roads around it. So it'd be nice to go up with this. But oh yeah, Auto Italia in Raby Castle, which was a great event last year. So we'll get up there in this. I think that's July this year, so that's certainly on the list. But really, as much as anything, the main intention is to drive it as much as I possibly can. I've been 5 years, a couple of days ago, since I first got the car, and it's well past time that I made up for 5 years of not driving it. So as many miles as possible this year to be done in the Lancia. It's booked in, pre-recording this, so it's booked in Thursday, so just before this goes out for a new exhaust fitting. You might notice it was a bit noisy while driving along, but it's a 30-year-old exhaust, so it's got a few holes, so it's booked in for that, and a thorough check over by the garage to check if there's anything done, so any other jobs that I've missed that need sorting. So we'll get that done, and then it's off and use it, hopefully reliably, but we'll see on that. And combining the two red Italian coupes, because what you might just be able to see in the corner there is my hill climb car, which is a Fiat Coupe 20 valve turbo that also needs just a couple of little jobs to get back on the road. And so hill climbing in the Fiat and road enjoyment in the Lancia. So hope you've enjoyed seeing about my car and this. Love to meet anybody at an event anywhere this year. It'd be fantastic to see everybody. I'm looking forward to watching all the other videos today, and hope you are too. But I hope you've enjoyed this. Thanks very much for watching.